Howdy folks, AJ coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer, and today's video is going to be about the latest Tex Murphy Adventure, Tesla Effect. Tesla Effect is the sixth in the series of Tex Murphy Adventure games, which goes all the way back to 1989. I've been playing them since the beginning. The first one was called Mean Streets. I started with that one, and all the way up until now. This one, there's been a long hiatus. It's been about 16 years since the last one before Tesla Effect, so it's been quite the hiatus. This game was a Kickstarter campaign. Unfortunately, I didn't even hear about the Kickstarter campaign until after it was already over. It was called Project Fedora, and unfortunately I missed it, but didn't stop me from picking it up as soon as it came out. So actually I pre-ordered it. Got a little break on the price, but you know, I would have liked to have got in on the Kickstarter to help them out and so forth, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So I'm going to show a graphic here that shows the other 5 titles in the series that preceded Tesla Effect.
Okay, so we can see in this graphic that at the top we have the 5 titles that preceded Tesla Effect, starting in 1989 with Mean Streets, followed up in 1991 with Martian Memorandum. Both of those first 2 titles did not use the full motion video format that the rest of the series is known for. In 1994 we had Under a Killing Moon, followed by The Pandora Directive in 1996, and eventually followed up with by Tex Murphy Overseer in 1998. And then we had the hiatus up until the current title, Tesla Effect. Now, if you're interested in any of those other titles that preceded Tesla Effect, they are available on GOG.com. That's where I picked them up for myself. I have them originally on disc, but when I found that they had them so cheap on GOG, it was just much easier to get them to run. They're all guaranteed to run on current operating systems, where my copy of Mean Streets, I think, is for my Commodore 64. So you can see why I went ahead and picked them up on a digital download through GOG. So if you're interested in doing that, feel free to do the same. Enjoy.
Now, I'm going to go into some in-game footage here for you. I'm not going to spoil anything. It's just going to be the day one intro, and I'm just going to walk around and show you the environment, a little bit of the full motion video format that they use, and maybe a couple other little tidbits. If there are going to be any spoilers in the video, I will tell you ahead of time. So here we go.
Okay, folks, we're inside Tesla Effect, the latest Tex Murphy adventure, and I'll just show you around real quick here at the beginning area, just so you can get an idea of what the game looks like. As you may have already...
I'm pretty sure every one of your cases involves the Snow White warehouse somehow.
That voice right there is from Tex Murphy's Smart Alex. That is, of course, this takes place in the future, and that is what apparently the PDAs will be like in the future. They will actually, have conversations with you and so forth. So, in any case, as I was saying, show you the beginning area here so you can see what it looks like. And as you may have already noticed, the graphics are not very good for a 2014 game. Now, having said that, if you have played this series of games from the beginning like I have, the graphics don't really mean anything to you. What makes this game is the way that the gameplay is integrated with full motion video, and the story itself, and puzzle solving, if you're into solving different puzzles and things as part of the game. So the graphics don't really mean anything, and my opinion is it looks like they tried to keep this looking like some of the other titles did. They didn't. I don't think they really wanted to upgrade the graphics too much. I think they wanted it to look nostalgic like the other games, because it's been quite a few years since the last game. So that's just a guess on my part. But you'll see that it doesn't really affect your gameplay at all. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go inside the brew and stew here, and I'll show you what some of the full motion video events look like. This is the very beginning. This is day one, beginning of the case that you're working on. Tex has just woken up, and he has amnesia. He can't remember anything, and he's basically stumbling around trying to find out what's going on. So here we go.
I'm here to see my pal Louie, but I see a pretty brunette at the counter. I have the feeling she recognizes me, but I have no idea who she is.
Well, hello, stranger.
Is Louie here?
He's in the back getting ready to open. You're up awfully early. Want some coffee?
I can get it.
Oh, I know how you like it. Like your women. Full of liquor.
Whoa. A little early for that.
Really? The way you hold your liquor, I just assumed you always got an early start.
Oh, I can hold it all right. It's just when I drink it, I get really drunk really fast.
Is that blood? Ow! Oh, hush. Been out picking fights again?
I don't know what happened, but you look pretty incredible in a nurse's outfit.
You do, huh? You in the mood for a little role-playing? Who do you think you are? Mr. Tall, blonde, and bloodied.
You seem to know who I am. Who are you?
I'm Taylor, and I'll be your nurse. I recommend 2 aspirin and lots of bed rest. Maybe all afternoon long.
I have to investigate these gunshots, but maybe if I were to do it really quick.
Oh, I have to go into work today, unfortunately. But maybe after work tomorrow. Ah, geez, I'm late. I got a new extension at work. I'll send it to your smart Alex. Please, go see Dr. Donahue at the North Hill Clinic.
So now that's kind of a little bit of the full motion video stuff. I'll show you a little bit more here. This character right here, Louie, has been a staple since the very first game as well. And as you can see, he looks a little different, and that's because he's a mutant. And in the future, in the setting of this game, in the future, there was some radiation exposure, and some people mutated, other people did not. So you have regular humans and you have mutants, and Louie is a mutant. That'll explain why he looks the way he does.
Mr. Murphy. Come on, Louie. What happened to Moith?
Is this something I can do for you? Because if not, I got stuff to do in the back.
Why are you acting mad at me?
You know why. You drunk again? I told you. You ain't allowed in here. You've been drinking.
Well, I don't feel drunk. It's just my brain's a little foggy.
What happened to your head?
I don't know. I woke up on the fire escape. I go into my apartment and everything is different. What about Chelsea? Where are you? Louie,
So I'm going to speed through this
this is too much for me to get my...
so I can show you. So then once you finish with a lot of characters on your full motion video, you have different topics that you can question them about, and they'll be in green, of course, and you can ask them about any of them.
Clint's done a real nice job, don't you think? Good to see the neighborhood getting fixed up.
So that's the kind of
I
feedback
can't go
you'll
to the North
get.
Hill Clinic. Not now. I need to investigate the crime scene to find out what happened before the police arrive.
So then, so your gameplay is basically your interaction with the NPCs and stuff that you talk to in the full motion video events, and then finding clues and things laying around.
Where's he shooting from? Look, the top window. I just shut out our headlight.
I remember speeder headlights coming down the alleyway.
So, and then you can pick items up like this.
It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention. I have the strangest feeling this is related to a case I was working on.
And in your inventory, you can...
It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention.
And you can get a closer look at the items.
This is related to a case I was working on.
So you'll be putting items together and combining things to solve puzzles and so forth. And the other thing that in this game that I think they did a nice job of was they do a lot of throwbacks to the previous titles in the series. And I'm going to show you one right now. But again, it's going to be kind of a spoiler. If you had any intention of going back and playing any of the previous games, you might not want to watch this because this is a spoiler for one of the previous titles.
Archie helped me out on my Pandora Directive case where we met a charming fellow named Jackson Cross.
I'm gonna do you the favor of a lifetime. I'm gonna let you walk. But if I catch you meddling in NSA affairs one more time, I'm gonna put a bullet right in your eyeball. Is that clear? Get this pukehead out of my office. I'll be watching you, Murphy.
Man, I thought this would have ended up in the Andes Mountains.
So those are the kind of throwbacks that you'll see throughout this game, going back to the different titles previous. And so that's kind of how your gameplay is going to go along. You're going to find things, you're going to put them together, you're going to analyze clues, and it's going to lead you to talk to somebody else, and so forth and so on. And it's set up in chapters, but they have it as days, like day 1, day 2, day 3, etc. So those are your chapters, and that's basically in a nutshell how the gameplay works. What is the reason that I enjoyed the series so much, and so many other people do as well, is that Tex Murphy, the character played by Chris Jones, is quite the detective noir, and this is like in I think this set is set in 2023 or something like that, or 2030 now. It's been seven years later, and he still wears, the overcoat and the fedora, and he's still a smart ass, and just kind of like the old detectives, from, if you were thinking about detectives from the 50s, and 60s. So that's kind of, and the humor that goes along with it. I'll show you another little clip here that to kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about.
Lead pipes are always magically drawn to my skull like moths to the flame.
So again, that was a throwback to a previous title in the series. So, but you kind of get the idea, and that'll do it. I don't want to go into any further. I don't want to do any more spoilers on this particular title. So I can show you. Well, I can show you this right here. Right
It's
quick.
closed. Most businesses on Chandler Avenue won't open until later.
Oh, it's not open, so I can't show you what I wanted to show you. But In any case, that pretty much gives you the idea. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm on day 8 now. Still haven't finished it, so it's actually quite a bit of gameplay for the $20 that it costs on Steam. So anyway, if you're interested, please feel free to check it out. And on the beginning of this video, as you know, I showed you what the titles were for the other games in the series. If you're interested in finding those, you can find those on GOG.com for the older titles. So that'll do it, guys. We'll catch you on the flip side.